Greetings, Premier Planet. Justin Barlow, PPW Master of Ceremonies here. And I'm here tonight to talk to you about February the 20th. And what a crazy night it was! Holy cow! We started off the evening. Old rivalry refueled. The Science Marcus Smith taking on Irish Andy Anderson. Marcus Smith gets too distracted once again trying to get the Premier Planet to laugh at his jokes. Andy Anderson sneaks on in for the 1, 2, 3. Marcus once again left with egg, or in his case, Muscle by Marcus protein powder all over his face. Following that, we had our two semi-final World Heavyweight Championship Tournament matches. First up, BFFs locked horns, Matt Vine and Chase Gosling. Matt Vine went into this with 1 loss under his belt, Chase Gosling with 0. So very, very interesting how this one could have potentially turned out. But it was Chase Gosling who picked up the victory in one fall, eliminating Matt Vine out of the tournament. Chase Gosling moves on to the finals. Following that, we had other BFFs, Scott Colton, a human video game, and Woodstock's own Enestra. And these guys tore it up. I mean, new definition to the phrase, holy crap. These fans in attendance, by the way, we want to thank everyone who came out on February the 20th and made this a sold out studio taping. Premier Planet, mwah, we love you guys to death. These fans, for Colton and Enestra, 2 or 3 times got up on their feet and started chanting, "This is awesome!" And it was. These guys tore it up for a good half hour, and it was finally Scott Colton who's able to win over his best friend Enestra. The two, always professional, always sportsmen, shake hands, hug in the middle of the ring. Enestra gives his congratulations to Colton and rides off into the sunset. And Scott Colton goes on to the finals to face Chase Gosling. But that comes a little bit later. That was our main event. Before that, we had the debut of a new luchador here in PPW. Huevos de Oro, he took on the veteran Texas Pete. And Texas Pete, obviously with those with his eccentric ring style, Huevos de Oro had no idea what to make of him. He wanted to just go straight to the kicks, the punches, the headlocks. Texas Pete threw de Oro off of his game, and Texas Pete, using that experience, gets the 1, 2, 3. And then in tag team competition, we had 0-1 and 0-3. 0-1 from Hokkaido, Japan, 0-3 from Tomi Village, Japan, taking on the Urban Rebellion Cutter Crosby and the 385-pound Will the Beast, the man from the concrete jungle. 0-1 and 0-3 tried to sneak in a few underhanded tactics because they knew they were at a serious weight disadvantage, but to no avail. Cutter Crosby, who had been cut off up to this point, was finally able to get a tag on Will the Beast. Will the Beast comes in, cleans house. He picks Cutter up, slams him down onto, I don't even remember which one of the zeros it was. They both look pretty much identical. For the 1, 2, 3, Will the Beast and Cutter Crosby get a tag team victory here tonight. And then it was time for what we have been culminating to for the last month and a half. The PPW World Heavyweight Championship Tournament Finals. The human video game Scott Colton with 1 loss against Chase Gosling going in with no losses. It was incredible, to say the least. Scott Colton, at one point, is able to get a pinfall on Chase Gosling. The Premier Planet gets on its feet, cheering for Colton at the top of their lungs. Chase Gosling takes a microphone and reminds everybody that he has to lose twice in order to be eliminated. So CEO Randy Ritchie comes out, says, yep, that's how it's got to be. Colton's victory is cut short. He has to get back into the ring to finish the job. And this was sudden death because both competitors, again, were now tied at 1 loss apiece. 2 losses, you're out of the tournament. Chase Gosling brought a fire to the second round of this match. He brought a fire to the first round, but this one burned even hotter. He was throwing Colton around, to use an old word, like a rag doll around this ring. But Colton, the heart, right here is where Scott Colton carries everything that he has. He is able to put Chase Gosling away. And ladies and gentlemen, your new Premier Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion is the human video game, Scott Colton. And Colton, you deserve it, buddy. The people here on their feet, but that wasn't the end of things. As Colton's in the ring celebrating with the likes of Andy Anderson, Inestra, and the rest of the Premier roster, who comes down? Ronnie Metro. We haven't seen Ronnie Metro in PPW in the better part of a year. For those of you who don't remember, Ronnie Metro is one of the 6 individuals who PPW landed an official WWE tryout for about a year and a half ago. And remarkably, he went through a 3-day tryout, and WWE's training staff, they couldn't find anything to criticize this guy on. He comes back in such a big way, completely disrupting Colton's victory party, and right then and there lays down the challenge. He wants a shot at the PPW World Heavyweight Championship because he thinks he deserves it because, again, WWE tryout, no criticisms. Premier CEO Randy Ritchie verbally signed on the dotted line. The contracts have yet to be officially signed, but he verbally signed on the dotted line. And on February the 22nd, the human video game Scott Colton is going to have his very first defense of the PPW World Heavyweight Championship when he defends against the returning Ronnie Metro, and that is one you're not going to want to miss. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much to everyone who came out to see us here on February 20th. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @PremierPlanet. Find us on YouTube. You can watch past matches of all your favorite PPW superstars. And don't forget about the website, PremierProWrestling.com, where you can purchase your tickets in advance. And throughout the month of February, remember, if you purchase a general admission seat, you can get a free upgrade to ringside when you reserve in advance. My name is Justin Barlow, the Aura in the Fedora. Ladies and gentlemen, good night.